I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey,
I like this wavy
drop
feel.
a little beat right there.
Mm-hmm. Just in time for the weather to get warmer.
Right?
Oh, please.
Feel like I want to
to.
find me a coconut or something. What is good, y'all? Welcome to the Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition After Show. We're covering season 16, episode 1, the Hip Hop Edition. This is the premiere, and we got a lot to talk about in just a little bit of time. Before we start with all of that, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'll start with myself. My name is Byron K. I am a huge hip-hop connoisseur, and I am a fan of people just working out their stuff on camera, so that's why I am here. And to my left, we have...
My name is Shayna, also known as Shay Live. I'm also a hip-hop connoisseur in my own right, I think. And I'm like the friend that everybody comes to for relationship advice. So I thought, Marriage Boot Camp is a perfect place for me to be.
Yes. Hi, guys. My name is Zakiyyah Wilbert, and honestly, I love a good drama, a good reality TV, and Marriage Boot Camp does that for me. I watch every type of season, so that's why I'm here.
Hello, guys. I'm Raiven French. I have been married, not married. I'm a life coach, so I love all things psychology, therapy. I love all those type of things and learning about how people view the world from their perspective and bringing two people together and see what that does.
So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions then. And that is our panel, so get used to seeing us, y'all. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to meet the couples. Also, there's an award show, but not all the awards are very good. We also look at how the couples interact with each other during the first night. We have our special segment, Counselor's Corner. Yes, we brought that back. We have a news and gossip section led by Shayna. And then we also have our predictions, so stick around for that. So just overall thoughts. How did you feel about it, Shayna?
I thought the first episode was perfect. You kind of get to understand everybody's relationship. The award show was a nice addition. That was the first time that I think that they've done that from what I've seen. And I mean, an A+ if I had to grade it. It was a good first episode.
Right. For me, overall, I think that this episode, or this season entirely, is going to be amazing. It's going to be a good laugh.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just going to get good laughs, and that's where I'm really excited. I'm hoping that everyone makes it out of Marriage Boot Camp, of course, but I'm looking to be entertained, and this is going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with the entertainment. I already love the judge. This is my first time to the show.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know what to expect, but I was excited. I, again, like the psychology part of it. So seeing them have to navigate all these different personalities and being new, I do think they did a great job of introducing me to the characters without, or the people, I'm calling them characters because TV, to the people without having knowing most of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's definitely going to be super lit. There's a lot of star power on this season. There's Joseline, there's Styles P, Bianca Bonney. I think her name used to be Lil B when she made the Chicken Noodle Soup song. Michel'le, of course, and Ceelo. I think he's really going to be the OG of this whole thing. You saw he was the last one to show up, so you already know what that is.
He's like the king of the show.
Right.
Yes.
And then to your point about Joseline Toller, get used to her because she be lit and she be turning up and she ain't scared of nobody.
She gives preacher vibes.
Like,
the way she talks is like you have to listen.
Yes.
She
And they
engages
do.
you every second.
She's some person she's a person where no matter how big the personalities are, they listen to her. So that's gonna be real exciting. But to meet some of the personalities, first off we have Joseline and Balistic, then Styles P and Adjua walk in. Then we have Bianca Bonney, we have Choses, we have Michel'le and Stu, and then we have Ceelo and Shani. And I would just like to ask you, Zakiyyah, who is your favorite couple?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Dang, this is so hard. So, okay, definitely my favorite couple is probably Joseline, just because I love her and she's hilarious. But I gotta honestly say, the Stu and Michel'le, I'm not gonna lie, for some reason I'm rocking with them. Like, I don't know, it's her voice, but it's also, I feel like he's an animated character. Like, in my mind, I see him as an animated character. So for me, he's funny. And I guess he was drunk this episode
He was
too.
wasted.
He was hurt. So I guess they're my favorite, both. Both of them.
I see him being kind of like not the class clown, because he's not going to do it on purpose. He's just going to be himself, and people are going to laugh at him. So he got kind of that corny vibe to him, and I think that's going to keep the season super exciting. Yeah. And then especially when he walked into the kitchen and he said, "Oh, pots and pans, that's my world, baby." Like, he got so hype, and I was like, you know what, I'm with you. Now I see. And his name is Stu.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Right.
Come on now. How'd you feel about it?
My favorite couple, like, let's go hang out and have some fun is yes, definitely Balistic and Joseline. My favorite couple that I would want to coach, like sit down with, is Ceelo and Shani.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they're kind of not stuck in their ways, but to a certain extent, once you hit a certain age and time of your life, you are kind of stuck in your ways.
Definitely.
So I think that they both are kind of built up to a certain level, and I think she's actually more open to the transformation, but I think he's kind of like, he's going to be harder.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And funny, that's what coaching is. It's not therapy like what they're trained to do. Coaching is literally when you're stuck. It's helping someone become unstuck.
Yeah.
And that, yeah.
I kind of had a different favorite. I mean, obviously, entertainment-wise, it's Joseline and Balistic because they're both hilarious. But I think my favorite couple is Styles P and Adwoa, because they're just like kind of what you're saying. Like, they're like been together for 23 years. Ooh. They're kind of at a spot where they're just, they've gone through a lot. But they got the unlit award, but they kind of look like they have so much lit inside.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them because they're my favorite at the moment.
Yeah.
To me, they seem like the only couple that, not to try to diminish the other couples, but
genuine.
The other couples seem to come from a place of their own personal trauma to the relationship, whereas they're just in a natural, this happens to relationships, especially after 23 years. The other ones seem like,
I think they're the most understanding of the process. So even like, and I'm skipping ahead a little bit. So even when they were giving out the awards, Styles P was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and take the blame for it, because you can tell they're really there to fix a relationship, and they already have so much history, and they're super mature in the way that they handle their conversations. So I think that they're going to be dope. I said they seem genuine, but my favorite couple, and this is just me being me, but it's Bianca, Bonnie, and Choses.
They're terrible.
They are terrible.
They so lit. They kind of toxic though. They kind of toxic.
Yeah.
But they have so much fun.
Yeah.
They have so much fun. Like Bianca in general, she's dope.
The amount of fun they have and the amount of like toxicity that it seems that they have is like equal.
Very.
Right.
I every time I look at them, I think of puppy love. They're so young. They're having a good time. But that's the best love. Those are the loves you always remember. Not gonna lie, but it just never lasts.
But they're just so young compared to the rest of the people in the house. Like,
and the relationship is young.
That young.
Are they not?
They're in their mid-20s.
No, they're not. Oh,
she was
like
popping a minute ago, though. Because I was a kid when she was popping.
They're like mid-20s.
I'm her age, I think.
It's not like they're like 21.
That's true. That's true. Still.
There's a lot happening there.
Right. Yeah. No, they definitely going to be lit. I think that they're the firecracker couple. So they're probably, well, besides Joseline, because she's a firecracker by herself, but besides her, the actual couple that would be going at it, like both of them, I think it would be Bianca and Choses. But I do like her energy, though. Like, I think she wants the right thing. She just goes about it the wrong way. And I don't think that he's probably the one for her, because I think that he's still young and, like, enjoying this industry. So I don't think that that'll work, but I think that she's definitely dope and she's good for the show. Yeah. We'll see. I got more predictions than that.
Right.
Can I give a shout out? I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
To Balistic for the, that's the most I can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 snaps for all of that whole thing. That was awesome. Because sometimes, ladies, we don't see the trees for the forest. Sometimes it's right there. But we want all these other things or our own agenda. But she said that's the least. He said that's the most. Like,
they need to make you the counselor. Okay. On that note, before we move on, let us tell you guys how much we actually love and appreciate you tuning in and watching. Please take it away.
Yes, we do. As you can tell, we're so excited about this show. And thank you guys for watching and making us the ESPN of TV Talk. So you know what it's time to do, because you probably watched before. But if you haven't and you're new, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Go ahead and give us thumbs up. Go to iTunes and rate us. We love being here. We love doing these shows, and we love communicating with you. So please comment below. Let us know what you think about what we're saying and what you think about the show, and let's keep this going.
Yes, and leave these comments, because we're going to read them next week live and give y'all shout-outs as well. So moving on, there was a whole award show, but one unlike any that we've seen before. They gave out superlatives. They weren't all too good. They had Ride or Die. They had Unlit. They had Turned Up. They had FOMO. They had Ill Communication. So what I want to ask you, Zakiyyah, is were they on the money with the superlatives?
Honestly, yes. Everyone came in there. As soon as they came into the house and they were all speaking of their problems, it all aligned with the award show. Especially when Styles P and Adjoa came in there. She's saying, we're boring. Our relationship is boring. That's unlit. You're unlit.
Yeah.
Your room is dark because you're unlit and you're boring. But they're coming to get that fixed. But yes, so on the money, ding, ding, ding. Got it all right.
Got it.
I agree. Everybody that's there has bad communication. I think they've all said that on their confessionals, but I think they got all the superlatives correct. I don't know if Turned Up should have been what they used for Bianca and chose this, only because I feel like they took that as a positive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When it's absolutely not a positive.
It probably should have been too lit, just the way that Styles P was unlit.
Too turned or was it turned up?
It was turned up.
It was turned up.
Yeah. Maybe needs to be like too aggressive. It needed to be something
Too
else.
toxic.
Yeah.
Too toxic. Oh.
Yeah.
Too much.
Too much. Right.
There we go.
But other than that, I thought all of them lined up for sure.
That's hilarious.
I think that they could have also had the Ride or Die just because it seems like they're very volatile and somebody could end up dying.
Yeah.
I didn't get Ride or Die,
I've
honestly.
never gotten Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Like, why are we dying together?
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Why do we have to die?
Bonnie and Clyde. That's what it's supposed to be.
I don't want to.
But no, I do feel like, and this isn't just about the couple, but I think that just in general, Ceelo is probably going to have the most influence on the show. I think, honestly, and I saw this, I see him actually somewhat mentoring, not in a good way, but just mentoring Chose or Chose learning from him. Because when you think about it, Ceelo's the OG in the house, and then Chose is like the young one, like the young boy. You know what I'm saying?
Really? I don't see that.
We always migrate towards the OGs. Whatever we see them do, that's what we do.
I see like a little different. I do see him migrating towards someone, but I see it being Styles P. Because, I see it being Styles P. I see their the way they are, their attitudes are very, very similar. And I think Ceelo is gonna be low key. I think he's gonna get to himself.
I think Ceelo, it's gonna take the most time, and it's gonna be the hardest time for Ceelo to change.
Absolutely.
Like he just came off with like I'm already in my own ways.
He's
like I
Ceelo.
don't. That's
He's
true,
Ceelo.
but like
you can leave.
you
I
can
know,
leave
because he's Ceelo, so he can say whatever he wants.
He cannot,
in his
not
mind,
to
I'm
his
Ceelo.
wife.
I am who I am.
But my whole thing also is like you've been engaged for 5 years, and then on the show said I don't know if we should be married yet.
Yes.
So it's like I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm very confused as to why there was even a proposal. If you're not sure if you want to marry this person that you've been with for 8 years altogether.
He just reminds me of someone being so artistic that everything is complex. You ever meet an artist
Like
where they're
Kanye.
abstract? Yeah, they're so abstract that life is abstract, and you like, yo, it's really not. But I love Ceelo. Just saying. But he's one of those artists like everything is this and that, and there's a gray area, and there's no white and black.
I love how you use the artist language too, because I think that being an artist, he's so focused on never being confined to a box. He wants to paint the world in his life the way that he wants to. So anytime he sees any resemblance of a box, it's like, oh, I can't go near that. Oh, she's trying to put me in this box, and she's not. Like the judge said, she just cares. She loves him. Like she's there for him, but he sees it as constraint.
Yeah,
I think
It feels
even
really selfish and one-sided.
definitely.
It feels like the relationship is just everything that he needs it to be or wants it to be, and that she has no say. It's a relationship. It's two people.
Yes. Oh, even in his intro, he said he was from a different planet or something along
Right.
those lines.
Yes.
So
And then she went off of what he said and said, well, I keep him down to earth. So it's like she's always following his lead in every situation.
Yes.
Like he's always the one doing the talking. Opposite of Joseline and Balistic, where she wears the
she's
pants.
doing all the talking.
Yeah, that's my girl though.
But even Balistic, though, I'm proud to do because it takes a certain type of person to be able to handle a Joseline. So
I was going to say, I actually don't even agree that she wears the pants. I think he wears the pants.
Yeah.
But, he lets her be her and do her thing.
Yeah.
But he will shut it down, as we've seen in just episode 1. Like, he
That's
was
true.
like, do not do not put me on a deadline, period.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what Ceelo and Shani are missing. If she were my girlfriend, I would say you need to either accept him the way he is or leave.
yeah.
Because it's what it is. You can't change people.
It's a shame. They got to change themselves. But a few things changed, a.k.a. their rooms. So while they were all drinking, and in one person's case, Mr. Stu getting a little bit too drunk, they were getting their rooms together, and the rooms were actually kind of dope. Well, certain people. So Bianca and Chose's, I think it was dope. And then Ceelo and Shani's was kind of dope, too. But just that whole first night was interesting, seeing the couples interact with each other and interacting with their rooms. Were there any rooms that you were a fan of or that you didn't like, or like, oh, I would never want to be in that room?
Oh, the dark one. I would
Unlit?
never want to be in there.
Yeah.
I would want to be in Ceelo's room.
Yeah.
With the
With the Buddha?
Yeah, I would want to be in there, which I thought it was interesting that it had all of that, and yet there's so much like blockage there for a person who seems to be into meditation and things like that. It seems like there's so much blockage. But I would not want to be in that dark room.
Yeah, I agree. I think they had it that his room was like Zen on one side, and then there was like the more conservative, all white. Yeah. So I think they tried to implement that. But if I can say who room was worse, I would say it was Stu's and Michel'le. And
From a woman's perspective, hell yeah.
not even it
A
was
relationship
Okay,
perspective.
but
it's
this
also
is-
just awkward.
This is my thing. I feel like their room was small.
Yes.
It was really tiny, and it was tacky. Like, okay, if you're gonna put up pictures of women, put them in frames, like make it a collage. It was just
decorating.
I'm just saying, because if we're gonna do the rooms, how we gonna have these perspectives of the room? Make my room nice. Don't just cut out.
It was like
a
a
magazine.
teenage boy's room.
Maybe they predicted that she would rip it all down. So they're like, let us
I
not
would rip
frame
it.
these.
Oh,
Exactly. So
that's
they
a
made it
good
rippable.
Break
producer
it.
move.
They made it rippable because they didn't want to deal with nothing breaking in that expensive mansion that they pay for.
It was nice, but then everyone else's rooms was really nice, and I like Joseline's and Hernandez's room. It was big. It was pretty. I like the roses. I'm a sucker for roses, so it had me.
I would say Ceelo and Shani and Joseline and Balistic had the best rooms because they were open, they were bigger, they were bright. But I know you guys kind of liked it because when we were watching it, but like I didn't like Bianca, Bonnie, and Chose's room only because I'm just like I don't want to be the couple that people know to like fight. Like it was just like I don't know. For me, it was like too much. Like we can't be the fighting couple.
That's a testimony, though. You came in as the fighting couple, and then you left as the most connected, loving couple.
We don't know that that's gonna happen.
That's his
or it's just
other
gonna
prediction.
They just have a room that they could fight in some more because now they have like boxing gloves
Yo,
and all this
They got
stuff.
mouth guards and everything. That's how you know it was serious.
Fun.
Okay.
That's the most fun. Like, come on. Come
So
on.
they wanted to
Thank
keep
you.
it safe. They
Thank
wanted
you.
to keep it
Keep it
safe.
safe.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's play fight. We not
Yeah.
really
They
hitting each
fighting,
other.
fighting.
Play
Yeah,
fight
that's
with
true.
mouth guards.
And they're from New York. I'm from the tri-state area, and I know how it gets down. They fighting for room.
Right.
I would let her put me in a headlock.
Okay.
You just want to be in a headlock with Bianca?
You like Bianca.
Yeah, you,
I
okay.
do. I kind of do. I like her energy, man. Like
Okay.
I like her energy.
Do
He
you?
feeling Bianca.
I do. I like.
Yes.
I think
He's
that.
waiting for them not
What
to make
energy
it.
do you feel?
Well, first off, she's people. First off, she's very loving and she's very committed. For her to be as successful as she's been, for her to be as big as she has her own name. She don't need nobody else's. She actually really does want to fully commit to this dude. The only issue is he's still young-minded, and I admit, as a man at a certain age, we are still kind of young-minded. Our early 20s. Usually, and I'm speaking for myself and people like me who've had to grow through this, usually our early 20s is not the best time to try to get us. We have a lot of learning
That's
to do
a
and everything.
testimony.
Plus, y'all be ready to be married in the first like 90 days. Y'all
In
give us-
college, we're ready
Y'all
to be
give us a
married.
90-day period. If we ain't ready, then it's like, oh, let me go elsewhere. So, you know. But I think that she has everything in place. She does have to learn how to channel her emotions a little bit better. But other than that,
A lot of bit better.
well, once she gets past that mental blockade, then she'll be on point.
So once you're done with marriage boot camp and if you don't make it, he's
Potentially.
ready for potentially.
Potentially.
We have you a potential date. We're gonna set it up.
You know what?
Yes.
Forget that. Don't wait till the show ends. Just come talk to us on the couch. We got room for you, and we can do the show with you. How about that?
Yes.
Chose is gonna come. I don't think he's gonna be happy.
Let me ask you, y'all have any crushes then?
From the show?
Yeah. Oh, well, dang.
They're not all married. I was going to say, those are married men.
Yeah, I don't really like. I'm not good with like second place. So anybody who has a girl, I don't do.
Y'all ain't got a
But
crush
even
on your man
outside
Stu?
of that, if they were
Nah.
single,
You ain't feeling Stu? They-
Stu is a character. I want him to just make food and just talk
With
and
a
get
This
drunk.
is my world, baby. Yes. I guess, man. Y'all will develop some feelings sooner or later. It just takes a little bit of time.
No. Balistic is the only one that's cute to me. But you know what's the
You don't like Chosen?
I have like a place in my heart for Ceelo. I'm a big fan of Ceelo.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say I have a crush on anybody on the show.
Right, no.
But I do have a place in my heart for Ceelo.
Okay, well, you know what? Let us know in the comments if y'all have a crush on anybody. And it's about time that we start this special segment. So we're bringing it back. We have a segment called Counselor's Corner. It's where we all go around the room and we each pick one piece of advice or one gem that really stood out to us throughout the whole show, be it from the judge, be it from Dr. V, Dr. Ish, or even if it's just from another cast member. So I would like to start with you.
Okay. So Judge Toller said to Ceelo and Shani when they were standing up there, she said, I want you to get rid of the phrase, you can leave if you want to. And I was just like, please do. Because if anybody's in a relationship and somebody gets mad at you and they're telling you, like, you can walk out the door, I personally feel like that's not a relationship you should be in.
No.
Like, that is, again, toxic energy, and nobody wants that. So I was just like, main point of the whole episode is for Ceelo to stop saying that to his 8-year partner.
Yeah. Like she said, it's like saying, I don't love you.
Yes.
So,
Definitely.
that's real.
Oh, so for me, I think I really got clarity at a point when Dr. Ish came in and he was talking to Styles P and Adjoa. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Okay, Adjoa. And he basically said, if you guys want to make this work, why are you so separated? Like, get together, get closer. And I think that body language sometimes, even though I hate public display of affection, but at the end of the day, if you're with someone, you have to show them that care affectionately. It doesn't have to be so public, but being close to them is important. So I got something from that.
After 23 years, though. Mine was an observation back to Balistic and Joseline. The ladies, this is kind of common, but her needing him to marry her right now. A man's not wanting to marry you, it's just he's not ready. It doesn't mean he doesn't love you. It just means he's not ready. You want the marriage to last, so you don't want to pressure that. It's 2 years. That's still kind of the representative. You're still getting to know each other and learn each other and go through things together, which is what allows a marriage to last. So I think she should back off a little bit and just go with it. He seems like he loves her to me.
He absolutely does.
So if anybody who lets you be you authentically, especially as strong a personality as she is, I'm like, relax, girl, relax.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You better preach that. We're going to make you the counselor's corner. Come on now.
Joseline not going to listen to you, though, because she said Dr. Ish don't know nothing.
She said Dr. Ish don't know.
So I'll have to give her a couple of drinks. We'll have to hang out first.
Also, nobody likes like an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's we don't like that. So I would say that mine was just like a quick phrase that that Dr. Ish threw out to Bianca when she was just talking about how she had to go beat up all these girls and all this kind of stuff, and then he just simply asked, like, so when did you learn that was the way to hold on to a man?
Oh yeah.
And there was just silence. I was like,
That
dang.
was my drop.
I felt that one right there.
Yep.
So that one was mine right there. Anything else that stood out to y'all?
That was a
it?
good one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
She even teared up at that point. So I'm like, wow, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought about myself like, ooh, what am I doing?
Exactly.
Where did you learn?
Yeah.
Makes you look at yourself a little bit. Definitely makes me look at myself. Like, ooh. Got a little hot in the room right then and there at that moment.
Right.
But it's about to get a little bit hotter because we got a little bit of news and gossip for you. Go ahead and take it away.
AfterBuzz TV.
So I've got the tea for you guys. And it's actually good news for this guy to the side of me because Bianca Bonney went on her IG Live just last week and basically gave up what we're all kind of waiting for in the end of the show, which is like, do you make it through marriage boot camp? And I know it's a spoiler, so if you don't like spoilers, close your ears.
Mute.
But Bianca Bonney and Chozis did not make it through marriage boot camp, and she put on her IG Live that they are not together anymore. She gave us some juice on their relationship, though. In 2018 is when they started dating. They had taken a little break, then got back together, and they sounded like they both cheated on who they were with while they were with other people, with each other. And then they got back together. She got pregnant. They went on the show. And now they're not together anymore. And she was not happy on her IG Live.
So this is A pregnant,
This
happier
is-
moment.
A pregnant, happier moment. This is at the premiere of the show, and I honestly don't know if they were together at this point either, because on her IG Live, like I said, it was a week ago, and the premiere, I believe, was Thursday.
So is she still pregnant though?
She is still pregnant.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, I don't think that go away.
Yeah.
It didn't go away with your relationship.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah, so she's still pregnant. They're going to try
Like
to
big now.
co-parent.
That's kind of sad though, because I don't think you're supposed to give away the status until after the show is done, right?
right.
So I don't think they're
I'm
supposed
sure
to be.
you sign things.
Yeah, because we're supposed to figure out if they stayed together or not.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a spoiler.
Ooh.
Well-
I hope their contract doesn't say they're not going to get something. Or...
The tea
Well,
is-
you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? So I was trying to find the video for you guys so I could put it
gone.
up there, and it's not up there anymore. You know, like, obviously not going to be on her Instagram, but YouTube or a blog or anything, it's all taken down.
Ooh.
Because their contract probably said, don't spill that tea.
But I'm here to give you guys all the news and gossip every week, and I caught it, so I had to give you guys a dish.
Hey,
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
And since that kind of predicted the future of this show for us, let's just jump into our
Your
predictions.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, I'll just start it off by saying, first off, there's going to be a lot of fights, a lot of tears, of course. I'm surprised there wasn't a lot of weed smoking this time, because on the last hip hop edition, all they did was smoked weed every day, because it was with Soulja Boy, Waka
Yes.
Flocka,
Oh
with
my
Tammy, and all these
gosh.
people. So it was a lot of weed. So I'm surprised I ain't see no weed. But I do think that Stu is going to continue to be funny. I think that Ceelo is going to continue to be in his own world, and he's going to have a hard time adjusting to the regular world that we all live in.
Yep.
And I think that Joseline is going to really, really, really disrespect Balistic, but I think he's going to be a good man. And he's going to stick around.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, that's good. I think, okay, my predictions. Ceelo and Shani we're going to see a big blow up. We're going to see a screaming match between them. I just can feel it. Joseline, Balistic. I think we're going to see a lighter side of Joseline. I feel like Balistic kind of has figured her out. And I have a feeling that we're going to see a lighter side of Joseline in some of these episodes. Styles P and Ajua are going to be lit. I do foresee them being lit. I think they're going to get it together. And who am I saying? Bianca and Chozis. We're going to see them fight a whole lot.
Ooh,
a whole
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Dang, guys. Okay, I don't have that many predictions. I literally only have one because my brain couldn't even wrap around everything that might happen. And that sounds really silly. Whatever. So, Joseline and Bianca, I predict, are going to get into a huge fight because they both have the biggest personalities there. And even during the time where like Joseline had commentary, it was like Bianca was saying stuff in the green room. I just
That's a
see
good point.
either they're gonna have a huge fight or be best friends. I'm not sure.
Yo, just off of that point, so these shows, they always foreshadow things before it happens. So, like, for instance, when Joseline and Bianca first met each other, they was like, oh, this is going to be cool. We already follow each other on Instagram. This is going to be great.
Yes.
That means it's not going to be great just because they
See?
said that.
That's a good point.
This is that, and I was thinking,
And now I need to go on Instagram and see if they still follow each other.
Oh, come on, Shade Room.
They too
Let's
messy
get
though.
the tea. Let's get the tea. Okay, I'm with all you guys. Lots of fights. That was a good one. I
Yeah,
did
that was a
see-
good one.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. Lots of fights. I'm trying to think who's gonna be together in the end. We already spilled the tea on the one couple, but who will make it through and who will not? Definitely Styles P.
Yes.
This is gonna be really good for them. I think Balistic and Joseline will
do too.
make it, and I think she will back down.
Yeah.
I think she will. She's so. I think it's just so easy for her to go full force. But with the two people that they have there, Dr. Ish and the judge, I think they'll get her. I think they'll get her. She'll back down. Michel'le and Stu.
The funniest thing is she may end up leaving him, which is the funniest thing.
You think so?
Well,
I could see that.
I don't think it would be the other way around. I think like their whole issue is she keeps being like, you like other people. You like he's never once said that he actually was attracted to other people.
Who is he going to run to?
Other people.
Who are you gonna run to?
One of
The
them
other
girls on the
girls
wall.
on the wall.
True.
We're gonna find
all
out
the,
he did
all the girls that he
something.
could
Why?
potentially have.
We're gonna, because you mentioned the foreshadowing. We're gonna find out that
Goodness.
what she is what her fear is going to be true.
They've also only been together 10 months.
Yes.
So
what if for a challenge they bring in like one of those girls or some of those girls just as a challenge for her to get over? You know they do stuff like that on Marriage Boot Camp. They bring the one thing that you hate into the house to make you face it.
She's gonna be on fire. Her voice is gonna go from here.
I do not want to hear her cry.
she just needs more like self-esteem.
Yes.
If she don't have it by now, she ain't gonna have it. She's been in the industry for 30 years. She's stuck in her ways.
I think that in her own,
it's never too late.
I think in her own like body, she's like, I am Michel'le. Like I am that girl. But in her relationship, she doesn't feel the same way.
But I feel like just like her and Joseline and each one, like if you know their stories, which a lot of us do, and me knowing her story, I feel like the abusive relationship and the cheating probably it sticks with you, and that's something you have to break. You have to learn not to take your past to your present relationship. And even with Joseline, I think she was almost married or something with Stevie.
I think they were fake married.
Right, but so her and Stevie, I'm saying it on purpose like that. Her and Stevie, they were almost married, and then with him, we're not getting married. I feel like now being married is something that's so important to her, even though it's probably really not that important, because I'm sure she loves Balistic and she trusts him.
What if she still loves Stevie and she's trying to rub it in his face too?
I don't think so.
I don't think she loves Stevie still.
Don't nobody.
She's just trying to be an honorable woman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Once you move on, you move on. Like women, that's one thing. Once
How long
we
does it
move
take?
on, it depends. But
True.
like once we
took
move
her a
on,
while.
it's okay. My next dude, and we about that guy.
I'm all for that. I'm all for y'all moving on, healing, all that good stuff. Take care of yourself, because mental health is mental wealth.
Yes, that is true.
But leave a comment, y'all. Let us know what your predictions are, because you know we're here every single week, so you know where to find us on AfterBuzz TV on all social media platforms. You can also catch us here every single Sunday, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Byron K, but you can follow me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. To my left,
I'm Shayna. You can follow me at ShayLive on all social media platforms.
Hi, I'm Zakiyyah Wilbert. You can find me on Instagram at Zakiyyah W_.
And I am Raiven with an I, Raiven French, and you can find me on all social media at Raiven French.
boom. And until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay buzzing.
Yeah.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.